High Potential has already made major headway on Morgan and Karadek's relationship, but a new character could shake things up for Caitlin Olsen's misunderstood genius. The interplay between the titular high-potential intellectual and Daniel Sunjata's detective was immediately compelling, but it only deepened over time. Almost instantly, Morgan and Karadek's partnership became a main reason to watch High Potential. In addition to her unofficial partner, Morgan quickly grew close to members of the LAPD's Major Crimes Unit, including Lieutenant Selena Soto, Judy Reyes, Daphne Forrester, Javisha Leslie, and Lev Ounce Osdil, Dean Isaac Denny's. Aside from being instrumental in cracking the high-octane cases in High Potential, Morgan embraced her role and forged strong bonds with nearly all of her co-workers. Morgan winning over Karadek limits the kind of relationship that they can have in the future. The partners fully resolved their conflict within High Potential Season 1. While Morgan certainly deserves healthy working relationships, especially after years of self-isolation, High Potential didn't leave itself much room to grow thanks to the fierce loyalty and camaraderie running rampant in Major Crimes. Found families are typical in workplace procedurals, but the hit ABC drama may have jumped the gun by ending High Potential Season 1 with such strong relationships. Part of what made Karadek and Morgan so fun to watch in the early days of High Potential was their fundamental sense of opposition. Morgan was unconventional in every way, from her distrust of authority to her unique costumes in High Potential. In stark contrast, Karadek was the definition of straight-laced, prioritizing protocol and openly expressing his skepticism of Morgan. Ironically, their differences are what make Karadek perfect for Morgan in High Potential. At crime scenes, it sometimes felt like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, but working together eventually gave way to reciprocal growth and maturity. Morgan brought out the vigilante in Karadek, while he turned a rebel into a rule follower, most of the time, at least. Despite Morgan and Karadek's chemistry in High Potential feeling palpable, resolving their personal conflicts so early and easily means the breakout hit can no longer use the character's natural friction. Since Karadek has already grown to appreciate Morgan's eccentricities, High Potential can't have him suddenly regress and continue clashing with her. From here, Morgan and Karadek can only grow closer. Wagner will force Morgan to continuously be better in High Potential Season 2. The new police captain could make or break her career. Morgan in close-up in High Potential Season 1, Episode 11. Morgan and Karadek's professional relationship may be at a stalemate, but High Potential Season 2's new captain could complicate everything for the better. Steve Howie will portray Jesse Wagner, the LAPD's replacement for Keith David's Captain Pacheco. Early descriptions make Captain Wagner seem like a potential ally for Morgan, but he'll surely challenge the Major Crimes team in Season 2. Regardless of whether his personality aligns with Morgan, Wagner's position in the LAPD's bureaucratic hierarchy automatically makes him a potential foe. First impressions will be everything. Wagner may be able to charm everybody in the office, but Morgan is far too discerning to fall for any old shtick. As such, Wagner may immediately resent Morgan's ability to see through him, yet, even if Wagner has a heart of gold, Season 1 has already set up the Lapt as High Potential's secret villain. Furthermore, Wagner's role as a higher-up would lend itself nicely to a soft antagonist. Just like his predecessor, Captain Wagner may be looking for an excuse to fire Morgan and end what Pacheco called the cleaning lady experiment. Conversely, Wagner might see Morgan as a way to prop up the LAPD's image. As a politically savvy captain, Wagner may tout Morgan as the hidden gem of Major Crimes and use her to sell a success story. Regardless, whether he's waiting for her to fail or trying to turn her into a prop, Wagner will be Morgan's biggest obstacle. How more adversity can make Morgan a better character. Despite her genius, Morgan can't always succeed. Morgan looking shocked in High Potential. Captain Wagner could end up as an anti-hero or a full-blown villain, but his character will add much-needed depth to High Potential Season 2 and ensure Morgan continues to grow professionally. Despite working alongside trained detectives, Morgan always had the final piece of the puzzle for every investigation. She may be the main character, but High Potential needs more variety. Without Morgan testing her own mettle, High Potential runs the risk of growing stale and squandering its impressive momentum. There are a few lingering storylines from Season 1, like Roman's disappearance and the evasive kidnapper known only as David Giuntoli, but High Potential can only set itself up for success by, in turn, setting up long-term struggles for Morgan. David's evil plan in High Potential will offer Morgan short-term conflict, but nothing that can't be resolved in an episode or two. Similarly, the brunt of the Roman mystery was teased in High Potential Season 1 finale. Rather than simply introduce another season-long issue, however, Morgan needs something with nuance to give her character direction within the overall series. By letting Morgan be wrong, be insecure, or be scrutinized by judgmental bureaucrats, high potential only adds more depth to her character and creates opportunities for organic development. Eventually, Morgan will succeed and live happily ever after, but the trials and tribulations are what make the victory so satisfying in the end.